Nebraska, spent a lot of time in Wichita where he bowled collegiately, now lives outside Chicago. First shot is a strike in match 2.
Little equipment change there on the left lane for Osku Palermaa. Now the Bulldog. Rob's hit it a couple of times. Sentimental favorite. Looking to win his first major.
Strikes across the board in frame 1.
Been so close so many times. 4 runner-up finishes.
Has only won 4 titles, has Shafer. Rash, he too has won 4 times. The last one for Sean, you have to go all the way back to October 28th of 07. It was the USBC Masters in Milwaukee.
Watch this one. Does the same thing that Osku's ball. Got to those tracing arrows down there at 35, 40 feet. Got back up on top of it. Didn't complete the move is what we call it. It stayed on top, didn't go through the pins.
So Chris Barnes, let me ask you then, is this a fair statement? He who masters the left lane today wins this title?
I think that's a completely accurate statement. It's the toughest of the 2 lanes so far. Shafer has dominated that lane much better than the other 2 guys. Therefore, it's advantage Shafer.
If I ever tried to throw a ball that hard, I'd need traction.
I'd need a new shoulder and an elbow.
Shafer giving the approach the evil eye there, right through the nose.
Oh.
That's a pretty good spare.
Palermaa, Rash, Shafer, match number 2, all tied up after 2 here at the PBA World Championship. Video subscription service for the PBA fan who wants more. This season, the PBA has added live wall-to-wall coverage of 4 events that can only be seen on Extra Frame. The first of those begins this Friday, the PBA Cheetah Open, presented by Ebonite. You must be an Extra Frame subscriber to watch these events. Monthly and yearly subscriptions are available. Head on over to PBA.com and sign up today. While we were gone, all strikes in the 3rd, so we're still tied up here in match number 2 at the PBA World Championship. Sean Rash will kick us off here in the 4th.
Go!
Oh, damn it. 3-7.
Come on. He seems like he has one of those a game. You know, one of those errant shots, sometimes 2, leaves a couple of splits. If he's good on the split conversion, he stays clean.
Palermaa on the other lane leaves the 9-pin.
Thank you. Thank you.
Why don't he say that in finish?
He's not angry enough.
Oh, yeah! Remember that, a huge spare in the 4th for Rash, and we take another look courtesy of our Bear Fast Safe Pain Relief Replay.
Slides the 3 over into the 7 perfectly. And that helps him to remain clean through 4.
Make no mistake, Sean enjoys that spotlight, especially when he's making shots like that.
Well, the adrenaline of just being on the in front of the cameras and on the on stage. It seems like you think of performers and music artists. They're always in front of people, always on a stage, and the adrenaline's always rushing, and it's easier to compete when the adrenaline's rushing and instead of just kind of going through the motions, I think.
Quick glimpse of Rash over there trying to settle himself down. Now it's Shafer to close out the fourth and a chance to take the lead, trying to be the first in this match to double up. Down she goes. I don't know what that was, and I never want to see it again.
Oh no. Oh no.
Rash starting to lose control here. We heard how he likes that adrenaline rush, but he might need to rein it in, Randy.
It just seems like when this starts to go, right, it just gets so fast and out of control.
And if you're his opponent and you're noticing that, you want to facilitate that pace without taking yourself out of the rhythm.
I mean, we didn't get a chance to talk over the replay. He was up and throwing.
I think I'm starting to see the early hook, and it's making me want to try to go around it.
Okay.
I should just cheat in like I did go to game 3 almost.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
He's feeling friction in the front, too, by that conversation. He's going to cheat in left.
Woo! Clean.
He's a
15
high
frames,
energy, high intensity guy, but the one caveat he has to that is he gets fast. And when his feet get fast, his upper body gets forward, he makes bad shots. He throws them left or he throws them fast.
Push. Should have moved after Sean.
This ball looks like it checks early, never pushes to the right, goes through the face. Gets a nice break, though, tripping the 9 out late. That's a heck of a lot easier, the 3, 6, 10, than when the 9's back there. Remember, low score out. The other 2 will advance to the finals to bowl for this year's first major.
Catch it.
Missed it.
As soon as you get it going that way. Bigger cliff here. Damn it.
Shot here.
It's been back-to-back 8 spares for Rash. His lead over Shafer only at 3 pins now.
And Rash drops them all and gets a hand there from his buddy Dan McCarty. Even though those two haven't known each other very long, Sean says that it's a real inspiration having him here.
Palermaa with a nice response on the right lane.
Yeah, we're seeing all 3 guys make a jump left here. All seeing friction in that 15 to 25 foot range, moving 3 to 4 boards left with their feet, a couple boards left with their eyes.
Palermaa hasn't missed the pocket yet.
Strike after that open frame for Shafer.
Now, 2 frames ago, he made that move on the left lane, didn't make it on the right, went high. I anticipate the same kind of move. A little 3 and 2 probably with his feet, 3 with his feet, 2 with his eyes.
Just a typical Sean Rash game. You know, he starts off kind of solid, then all of a sudden he gets too amped, makes a bad shot, leaves a split, makes it, has another errant shot, settles back down, comes back with a couple of strikes.
It feeds off that positive energy, that's for sure. Palermaa looking for a double here in the 7th. So that matches Rash's double. And now the pressure swings to the Shafer camp.
And to stay within 3, he needs to strike here.
See the insulin pump there on the belt for Ryan-Shafer, a diabetic. It's a lot to overcome and to perform at this level. Shafer snaps that one in.
You said it, Chris. You anticipated a move. Looked like he moved a little bit left there. Ball went through the front part of the lane much easier.
Ironically, the lowest rev rate of the bunch has the best entry angle of the bunch. His speed control is allowing his ball to go through the pins better than the other two.
Speed, right?
Yeah, speed, forward roll. You know, two things that Sean's great at is getting it forward, blending out conditions, and that big rev rate. But it does smooth out that entry angle through the pin sometimes.
I mean, that was a flat 10, and to me it looked like it was because it was just too fast. Ball never turned and faced the pocket good enough.
All of a sudden we got some folks missing the 10 pin.
Well, hard to believe Osku would ever leave a 10 pin with that rev rate, but again, Chris, you know, I think he makes a great point. Look out. He makes a great point in that Shafer is really getting his ball to go through the pins the right way. Thus, he's got a little bit better pin carry. You don't want to turn your head when either one of those players is shooting a 10 pin. Or any single pin spare for that matter.
I just did. I was looking at our scoreboard. And I jumped out of my seat there. I wasn't prepared for that. It's been frightening me all week. Again, Shafer not letting things get away from him in the pace he wants to play.
Could have taken the lead there with a strike. Instead, it's another 3-6-10.
Can't keep up with it.
You can hear him say, can't keep up with it. These guys are playing just a little bit left of him. He got caught right there, right in the middle of where Sean and Osku are playing. It's the problem with being softer. Oh my.
7-10 split.
Well, he's bowling with two players that absolutely destroy oil patterns. But right now, unless Sean Rash can become the 4th player in tour history to convert the 7-10 on television, Shafer may be in a pretty good spot.
Shafer covers that one. Last time a 7-10 split was converted on television, Jess Stayrook, 1991 in Tucson.
20 years ago?
Leave it there. It's all right. Never know.
Tough break for Rash there. Pocket 7-10. Remember, low score out. The other two advance. The soil pattern's destroyed.
Well, they've just beat up the front. They beat up the front so much they forced themselves left. That oil that is not on the front anymore is now on the back. Ball's hooked in the front, getting on top of it on the back. No traction through the pins. Flat 10s, 7-10s. Square up, 3-6-10.
Oh.
Tommy Jones, baby.
Remember what I mentioned to you a little while back about sometimes the stars align, it's your time, you get the breaks that you normally didn't get.
You're getting that sense from Shafer.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of starting to shape up that way.
Rash now has to double. He has to double to make Shafer double in the 10th. Get the first one in the 10th.
Shafer did have an open frame in the 5th. It was on the right lane, but Shafer will be on the left this time, which has been difficult. Dan McCarty watching. Dad Gene. Sean, the effort. Leaves double wood.
Missed it at the bottom.
Make it strong.
Palermaa trying to distance himself. Only his 5th strike comes at a great time.
And that means Osku will advance.
Sean covers. And another strike.
Sean needs 7 pins here to force Shafer to mark in the 10th.
Remember the last time that Shafer was on the left lane, he went through the nose and left the 3-6-10. You made the point, Chris, that he couldn't keep up with the transition. Be interesting to see what type of adjustment he makes for this shot right here. He does need a mark to move on.
Normally it's a 3-2.
Palermaa finishes strong. He's in at a 217. He's confirmed. Shafer trying to join him in the title match. And he's done it. Well, we're going to have a first-time winner of a major tournament. Ryan-Shafer, 4 times the bridesmaid at the big major wedding. Tired of catching the bouquet. He wants the big dance and the big title.